beetroot how?
Peanuts are weekend. Beetroot, 7 colors. Tomorrow is.
Isasekhona is beetroot, yes.
Yeah, back in the days.
Yeah,
even sometimes we see Kera because imali yesingo bathenge the last 3 pairs of it.
Yeah.
So carry beetroot.
Anyway, right. So 2026, we will be having local elections. We will be electing new councillors or retaining the ones that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neme, are you standing? Because young people. Youth,
it's too much of work.
It's not.
I don't think I'm ready as yet. It is too much. Now where I am from, we still need a lot of development.
Okay.
And it's not my issues, man, as South Africa. So I don't think uthola ke impunga la inywele having grey hair ngicala ukuba umadala ushoti. It's a problem, but I don't think I'm ready as yet.
I'll pass.
You will pass.
But you men on top.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
If kunemisebenzi yonke emhlabeni, what councillor?
The
No,
future is female.
no. Even if they can say I'll get paid Shobati will get paid 1 million a month. The sad part is having abantu abaningi like emqolo wakho. It's not a responsibility.
Why do they get that?
It's that responsibility that I'm not ready for. Where umuntu like amakhansela they experience these needs, including being a councillor. Umuntu unenkinga zakhe ezidinga ama social work. The councillor must be there. I remember there was one ward councillor wathi yo cabanga lo sisi lo uyangifonela athi nendoda isalala ekamereni. And then to receive such calls, it's something that.
Do you think there's what councillors find time for their families?
I don't think so.
There's a lot of absent councillors. If you go to a lot of meetings, especially our current meetings have been elections. Since you're saying it perfectly that it's 2026, it's local elections. The only time some people get to see even the current councillor is during an election. So that's
actually
that's why when you say like Nehemiah, I don't want to have stress, I don't want to have grey hair, and my question is, what is the cost? That is what even the current regional leadership is doing right now, to say what is the cost for us to say being a councillor is difficult. What is it that they're crying for? So Nehemiah just said in his area there is a lot of development that's still pending. What the current councillor must do is to be able to pinpoint what type of development is needed in that specific ward. Because the ward has two different things. True. My ward has a mall, so my dynamic cannot be the same as Nehemiah's. It's about councillors forgetting about the general scope of things and focusing on where he or she is right now and what that area that they are occupying needs at that time. Sometimes it's something beyond them. For example, Joburg Water, it's beyond the councillor. ESCOM is beyond the councillor. GRA is beyond the councillor. Even like you're saying now, civil matters. If someone hits me, I can call my councillor, right? So it's a question of understanding what is the function of the councillor, and uqala kai councillor, uqina kai councillor. And it's about engaging all these other stakeholders in these meetings, because the difficult thing is, councillor, there's no water for 10 days. There's no point for me for a councillor to convene a meeting when the people who are supposed to service you with the water are not there. So some of the biggest problems that I've picked up for the councillor is the people that are supposed to service the community. They are sleeping and cruising nicely because they don't have to account to individual, or that's what they think rather. So we need to be able to maybe find out, is there an oath Joburg Water to say, Rona as Joburg Water, we oath and say we are going to make sure we give our people water. Because so far it's been restricted to a councillor.
Yes.
So councillors, the only reason why people burn your houses, hate you, reject the organization that you come from, is you don't come to the communities and tell them, guys, SR number, right, which is a service request to say here's the incident number yakwa ESCOM. Nami guys, my hands are tied. But what councillors have been doing, hi ESCOM cancel it. So we as the ANC, when it comes to 2026, we need to equip our councillors even to communicate. I know Queen once raised this issue. Sometimes it's how to speak to the community. You don't need to be very good at English. You must show that you understand. It's insensitive. It's insensitive.
Like, what are you saying?
Thank you. It's jargon for them. Like, come to us. Even if you come to me, say to guys, now service request right now, or this is my function as a councillor, because people don't even know
what the
function of a councillor is. And MMC can come and grace a nice program and say, now MMC kids any wage. Someone doesn't know, wouldn't know, it's just gracious, the MMC. Now they're like, yeah, we have a youth that's unemployed. It's because there is no bridge of communication where a person knows what to expect from a councillor. And Runa, I think in the context of the 1912, we have these platforms. We've asked councillors, Nehemiah, physically I've seen Queen ask the councillor, come and speak. Let people know the function of a councillor. You know me, I'm not good on radio. It's because that's why you're going to end up with people who are going to reject us as the ANC. So coming to 2026, my request to Joburg leadership is you can't start next year. The work, once we've done the national and provincial elections, we are supposed to continue with that same momentum and say, Bahlali, siyabonga sinzwile, uthi nifila kanjani about the ANC. Right now, Bahlali, siyabuya. Now makhansela wenu awamanje akhona. Lawa khona already.
Lawa ukuthi mina nibavote.
Yes.
Because a councillor is not appointed.
Yes.
A councillor is elected by the same community. So if a community cannot have a relationship with the councillor, where some would say, oh, Sne councillor. Oh, like I remember there was a door to door and we got to the house and mom's watching, ow! And you know what they're going to get, ow, say Uban. And
it happens.
And I had to go to my phone because remember that there are words where I'm not sure who Ricky, let's say, but practical example, word 89, like it's word 89 imokai. And then let me quickly ask you, 89 so for me now, I just, there are a lot of councillors that I know that they work tirelessly.
Absolutely.
One example I can make, Medineo. In my zone. A lot of people because I know I stay in a very difficult town location where you do good, they'll criticize you. You do bad, they'll criticize you. But however, most of the time, she will always stay. Until she makes sure and then people would say, but the other day, you remember they held her stage. We now until ESCOM comes and except Sue. What will she do when people Baberetan go ESCOM officing at that time? So and she updates every now and then in the group. She is in a lot of WhatsApp groups and she'll always update. There are times when I would ask her for assistance through my foundation in a different word, but she will always say, okay, let me ask for 1, 2, 3, 4. So, however, I believe that we need to acknowledge somehow our people are not well informed. There was a program that she used to run in Malukshin, where she used to teach people about legislature, governance. However, she was Madam Speaker for a short time before Amuvela to the new appointments. But however, I believe we need to go back to the basics and start educating people. When you want this, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need a councillor for everything. For an example, councillor for